and let everybody know, hey, you know, and it's like we've seen with different storms and tornadoes. One house is okay, 2 doors down, next thing you know, that house has got significant damage. So we're allowed to tell this story. We'll definitely relay it to some of the homeowners as we get out of here and head to Long Beach Island. But we're going to just continue to explore and tell the story, Susie.
All right, Mike, thank you. You're right. One house can look fine, the next. Also today's statement from the developer of that high-rise. It says all recommended measures to position the crane before the hurricane were taken, and the crane was...
Hades. Take your pick of adjectives. It is just unbelievable to see this neighborhood transformed. It all began on the far end of this lot. I'm going to step out of the way a little bit. Began on the far end. Still not 100% sure at the fuel source, but I can tell you there was some kind of gas. There was a down power line, an eruption of flames, and then with the action of a blowtorch, with wind blowing from east to west, it raced right across this lot, right to where I'm standing, and then past me this other direction, back towards the west. Unbelievable. Much of this just vaporized. Things that are still standing, some metal objects, some appliances here and there, some piping still around, a lot of this in water. And what's amazing, we spoke with some firefighters a short while ago that said that while they were battling this blaze, water was about this high. This high. So they're dealing with a flood, they're dealing with the explosive flames that are coming through. Some of them up to 100 feet in height. Hard to believe anything like this could happen in this great community. And keep in mind, just a few weeks ago, just over a month in fact, they actually had a tornado on the other end of this island. It's hard to believe how this unfolded. People here, blown away. Can't believe how much their neighborhood has changed, how quickly things can change with, of course, the storm coming through. And they thought maybe at worst they might deal with storm surge. But to have the storm surge and the flooded conditions and then have this on top of it, it is just unbelievable, beyond words. I can tell you that one of the big needs that people have here, and earlier this morning we went a little bit farther out towards the east toward the community of Long Beach, and I can tell you the concerns for many of the people are about the same. There are things they certainly need, but one of the things they desire most is information. They're unable to get even just the simplest cell phone call to contact relatives that might be back to the west. Some of them just trying to reach a spouse, a child maybe off at college. It is just impossible to get word out to many people. Obviously, we have this medium to tell the story of what they're going through, but when you look at this big picture and you try to put yourself with what they're dealing with, you know, it's just amazing. It is just a horrific incident. You know, we've been seeing this issues related to Sandy up and down much of the eastern seaboard. There have been communities that have been flooded out. There are so many people, hundreds of thousands, millions without power as we speak. But to see the flooding, see the power outages, and then this massive blaze, my goodness, what a nightmare for these people. There's one silver lining to this, and it is a tremendous silver lining, and that is the fact that there were no lives lost here. Certainly wonderful, but still, a massive cleanup remains, and they've got a long way to go to recover. That's a story from Breezy Point. Let's kick it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks.
I know. Where's your husband's at work? Yeah.
And also Kelly.
Yeah. Well, first thing you have to focus on your work.
No, it's not even that. I just want everybody to get help finally.
Yeah, we're going to try to do it.
And the residents don't deserve this.
Yeah.
Like this, their house, our house, everything's gone. I've never in 10 years had water in my house.
Yeah. What was the worst storm of the state's ever seen?
No, we're gonna let him walk down. We're gonna let him walk down and see everything. Everybody just come let him walk down.
Homes, lost their property, lost some favorite memories, you know, whether it's a picture in your home or just seeing the place you spent your childhood summers underwater and completely devastated, knowing friends who've lost their belongings, their homes, dozens of people dead in the wake of Sandy. And now we get new information from the National Weather Service regarding the power of the storm as she came ashore. Surf City, New Jersey recorded a wind gust of 89 miles an hour. I think it's 95 and up is a Cat 2 hurricane. So